Hey everyone, thanks for taking a few minutes to join me today. My name is Terry, I'm a homeschool mom, and I also blog over at homeschoolgardens.com, where I share our experiences with homeschooling, gardening, and lots of nature adventures that we take with our kids. You can also find me on all the social media channels under Homeschool Gardens. Today I want to share with you a lap book that we've been using for American history. We use BookShark's Reading with History programs, and they now have lap books for their levels 3 and 4, which is 2 years of an intro to American history. This is the lap book that my daughter completed last year for level 3, and this is the kit that she's about to dive into for level 4. I'm going to take these over to our dining room table where I have a bit more room to spread out so I can show you all the details. So this is the lap book for BookShark's Level 3 American History program. This is the first of 2 years of American history, and this one takes us from early exploration to about 1850. And my daughter did this when she was in 4th grade, when she was about 9 years old. This whole program is meant for kids ages 8 to 11. So this was a really great age for her because she could do all these activities on her own with very little help from me. So as we open it, you'll see that there is a lot to it. This lap book will keep them busy for a whole year of activities that go along with their history reading. The first page we get to is the Explorer Profiles. This was a great activity to teach her about researching through books using the table of contents and the index and scanning through text, because it was hard for her to keep all these different explorers straight about who landed where and what king they were exploring for. And so we went back through the books and we looked up each person and reread and scanned through, and so this ended up being a really fantastic tool to teach her how to do that. Over here on the sides we have a pamphlet here about the different plants that were used during this time period for medicine. We have plantation crops here. We have monarchy versus republic, and if we open it up we can see that the type is already there for the child. They don't have to write anything out there, it's just something for them to read. We have slavery in America activity, and if we open it up here we have, through this top page, we have navigational equipment. These are different things that were used to navigate the seas as explorers came over. And up here we have Lewis and Clark expedition. Goes in and out, and then you'll see here on this flap they do have space for the child to write in a little bit about that activity, the Lewis and Clark expedition. And then on this page, the yellow one, here we have the British Acts. So these are the different regulations that were imposed upon the colonies that led to the American Revolution, and this opens up to detail all the different acts. And then folds back up. Here we have an activity about the causes and events of the War of 1812. Here we have a famous duel between Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. And if we open up these pages, here we get the North Star, which is Frederick Douglass in the newspaper he started. And this is a covered wagon activity, where if you open it, you get to see all the different things that people brought during their travels in the covered wagons. Over here on this page we have the Erie Canal, and if you open it, it has a little pop-up in there, and then space for the child to write. Here is an advertisement that she put together about why to come visit and stay in Florida. This is advertisements that they sent back to Europe to convince others to come. And here we have soldiers of the Revolution, all these different soldiers and the role they played. And here they have room for the child to write. And different soldiers. Here we have 5 reasons for exploration. If we open it up, you see drawings and items glued to represent those reasons. And if we open up this page, over here we have the doc pocket. So this has the different documents that were important during the Revolutionary time period. So we have Common Sense by Thomas Paine, the Constitution, the Mayflower Compact, the Bill of Rights. So if you open these up, they're actually little scrolls with the type from the document in there. And of course the Declaration of Independence. Here we have George versus George. My daughter got a big kick out of this, being two Georges during the Revolution, King George III and George Washington. Here we have the native story bag. If we open it up, there's a little piece in there about how important storytelling was to the native tribes. And inside we have cards for different leaders of the Native Americans. And on the back, there's room for the child to write down about each person. Here in the middle we have Where in the World pocket. So these are some big maps that came along. This shows the expansion, the growth of the United States through different time periods. And we open up these laminated pages to go open, and it shows how the United States grew and changed during that time. Here we have Bad News in Boston. So this details, has a map of the different things that happened in Boston leading up to the Revolution, the Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, and of course the rides of Paul Revere and William Dawes. And here we have the Mitchell map, the routes of Columbus. This details which countries were claiming which parts of the new land. And then here's a map of all the Native American tribes that were here when the different explorers came. And these are the faces of the different explorers and the tribes that were around them. There you go. So that's it. That's the lap book for level 3. This takes a full year to complete, doing a little bit each week. The instructions are in a booklet that come with it, and each week in the instructor's guide for the history, you will find exactly what activity to do in which week, and it'll also tell you about how long it should take. So there you have it. That is a completed BookShark Level 3 lap book. So here is the kit for BookShark's Level 4 American History lap book kit. This is the second year of American History, and it's geared towards ages 9 to 12, and this is what my daughter will be doing this year for 5th grade. So let's open it up and take a look to see what's in it. So first thing it comes with is a kit of supplies that you'll use. Glue sticks, double-sided tape, even has some brads and a safety pin in there. You'll need to supply a pair of scissors and colored pencils, and that's pretty much it. Everything else they put in those kits. First thing you'll see is the Duralar, which is the transparent pages that can go over the mapping activities. And then here we have the actual lap book. It comes pre-assembled, already cut out and taped together for you. And this is where all the activities will go. And in the kit, these are the instructions. This will tell you exactly how to do each and every activity. And in the instructor guides with the history program, we'll tell you which activity to do in which week. So if we open it up, we have the name and number of every activity. It tells you what materials are provided in the kit and what you need to provide, and then it has detailed directions along with pictures to show you exactly what it should look like. Sometimes, depending on it, it'll show you how to fold it. and then it'll show you where inside the lap book to place it so that everything fits together. So and it goes like this through all of the activities. So if you flip to the back, so this is the answer key for activities in which your child will be supplying written answers. Have them write out their answers on a separate page, and they can go through several revisions if needed to get what they want down, and then they can copy it into the lap book activity. And this answer key will help you guide them through that, or if they need something to copy outright, this will help them. So back here on the last page, it'll show you exactly what the finished lap book should look like and where everything goes. Finally, we have the activity pages. These pages are in the order in which you'll need them, so it is super easy to find exactly what you need each week. So here we have the cover, and here we have the Where in the World pocket, so it tells you exactly where to cut, where to fold, how to assemble it. Each page is labeled with the activity name, so it's easy to find and know that you have the right one. Here's the United States in 1860. This is one activity. And then if you see here, we have the same sheet, but it has TK at the end. That means teacher's key, so that's a key for you to use. So on some activities, they'll have more than one page, so they'll have the name of the activity and the number 1, and then the name of the activity and the number 2. And there's one more thing I wanted to show you in here. So here are text blocks. Some activities come with the answers supplied in text. The child would just cut out and paste into the activity. And then some like this, there's space for the child to write about these different events and different people. And these answers are actually part of the answer key in the instruction booklet. And then just, it goes one by one through each activity. And then here, this one, we have the innovations of the 19th and 20th centuries. So this one, you can see the different innovators. And on this next page, you have some blank space so the child can add their own people or their own inventions to it to customize it, make it their own. And I think that gives you a good look at the different varieties of activities in there. So there you have it. That is the lap book for BookShark's Level 4 history program. And I just keep everything in here as we work on it through the year. And so it's all set and ready to go, and it lives on my shelf like this. Thank you again for joining me today. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'd be happy to answer them. Again, you can find me on my blog at homeschoolgardens.com. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Homeschool Gardens. Have a great day, everyone.